in the Philippines club here in Barcelona, which is just off the Plaza Real. A show of, there's the Plaza Real, which is one of the squares off the bottom of the Ramblas. The Ramblas is a street where people would come have coffee, have a drink. Writing is thinking. To believe that in your head something that feels clear is thinking is a very dangerous thing. When you try and put it down on a page, when you try and lay out your ideas in a structured order that someone else can digest, and you realize that you can't, I suggest it's the thinking was weak, not the writing. Writing is thinking. So the process of taking a notepad, here I have my own notepad, I bring it with me everywhere. This one is actually an essay branded one. I am full of text. I let my daughter add her own special additions. We have some nice pages of art and ideas. Always inspiring to find a page where she has written. But to me, writing my ideas down in this book, capturing thoughts, capturing and laying out the things that I'm thinking about, is thinking. Sitting and staring out a window, maybe with a cigarette, whatever it is that you think is philosophizing, is not structured thinking. It's only when you're writing down and structuring, it might be a mind map, but getting order into your thoughts on a page so that another person is able to get into the context, the perspective, the different things that you are pulling in order to have your worldview. Today, this week's tip is just a simple one, and it's to do with writing. Start with the word this. No matter what you are writing, whether it's an email, whether it's a Word document, when you open up and you've got a blank sheet of paper, start with the word this, T-H-I-S. Starting with the word this forces you to explain what the document is, forces you to articulate to the reader what it is that they are holding. So a simple thing for any piece of writing you ever start, open up the Word document, bring in with a sheet of paper, take your pen and write the letters T-H-I-S, this. It forces you to describe why this document exists, what the objective is. And if you begin with the objective, it helps the reader and it helps you articulate clearly why you are taking the time to write. The most read post on my blog, in my 8 years of blogging, the one post that has got far more views than any other post is a post I wrote called Why Amazon Banned PowerPoint. In Amazon, if a presenter wishes to ask people to agree to a budget, to agree to give them resources, they don't use PowerPoint. They write a 6-page Word document, a written, laid out Word document that states why they are asking for the money, the resources. And Jeff Bezos says, PowerPoint is easy for the presenter, but it's hard for the people who listen. Writing a 6-page essay is hard for the presenter, but it's a lot easier for the people that get to read the document. Second thing that Jeff Bezos did was in the management meeting, the first 20 minutes, everyone sitting in the management meeting is reading time. And his thing is, if you have gone to the effort to write 6 pages explaining your proposal, you deserve to see your work read. You deserve to sit there and see people reading through your work. People will not read in their work. People will not read before the meeting. The only way you get people to fully digest the 6 pages that the presenters put together is by Jeff Bezos holding them there for 20 minutes, reading through the 6 pages, noting down their questions, no debate, no discussion, until everyone in the room has read all 6 pages, has taken in the context, has taken in the criteria, has time to think about what it is that they would like to debate, to question. And after 20 minutes of silent reading, they can have a discussion, an informed discussion about the proposal. If you're still with me, this is bonus material. Second point on writing. Divide writing from editing. Writing is producing words. When you are doing any document, any type of writing that involves some level of creativity, be so clear to separate the production of words from the editing of words. Those two processes you cannot run at the same time. Writing is getting the whole idea down onto paper. Most writers just vomit out a bad first draft. I personally have learnt to produce 500 words in one straight blast. If something's wrong, if something's not right, if I need to check a fact, if I want to go back and fix something, I don't. I go 500 words of just getting it out onto the page. When I've got 500 words, then I'll stop and go back and begin the process of editing. What great writers say is that all great writing is rewriting, it's editing, it's the crafting of taking a bad, crappy first draft and slowly iterating it, improving it 1% each time through. But if you haven't got that first draft, there's nothing to improve. So separating this process of just getting a bad first draft, the whole idea down in words, do that. Then go back and improve it. And learning to separate these two was one of the most powerful things that I had to get rid of writer's block, to get rid of getting stuck, to get rid of procrastination. My mission when I sit down to write is decide, am I writing or editing? If it's writing, get 500 bad words down on the page in the next 20 minutes. If it's editing, take the time to go through, improve sentences, change the order, change the structure, but these are two separate processes. Writing is getting words onto a page, editing is improving the words. And great writing is because you've gone through 5, 6, 7 iterations, slowly improving, slowly improving. Some of my best articles started out as a bad blog post, and then I rewrote it as an article to give out to students, and then I rewrote it as an article to share on another blog, and then I rewrote it to provide to a magazine as an article. And it's the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time of rewriting where it starts to be something that other people read and say, wow, you're quite good at writing. And the answer is, I'm not good at writing. I vomit out a bad first draft and then go through this iterative process of 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times through, slowly improving. But if you have no first draft, there's nothing to improve. Get crappy first drafts out and then slowly improve. Still here in the Philippines club, as you can see. It's night time out here in Plata Real. Finished off the workshop and it's been really good. All your comments, likes, shares, it all helps. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Your ideas for future videos have been super helpful. I have a Evernote file full of great ideas, so thank you for sending them in. Open to more. What questions would you like me to answer? What struggles are you dealing with? What topics should I cover in these videos? Stick a comment below, let me know, and I'll get on to making those. Have a great day.